Going out and meeting women and being more social can be so simple if we want, and yet we make it really complicated. Well, more accurately, we don't make it more complicated. It just sort of happens to us. Because I know you're sat there listening to this being like, no, I don't make it complicated. I want it to be easy. I want it to be fun, but something is in the way. And maybe that sounds familiar, right? You've just got this internal block where you can't just be yourself. You can't just go out and express, but you know if you did, it would just work out. And a lot of the time, guys are like not angry, but that they get rejected. It's just that they can't put themselves out there. They know if they could put themselves out there, maybe you're watching right now and like knowing that if you just put yourself out there, this would be a lot easier, but there's just something in the way. So I'm here to tell you in this video that there is a way to make this really simple. And I promise you that once you get this, going to speak to whoever you want, whenever you want, will be easy. It won't be a chore. It won't be something that you have to push yourself to do. It won't be forced. You don't need willpower. You don't need discipline. You don't need to like build momentum. You don't need confidence. You don't need any of this. All you need to do is develop this one idea, which I'm explaining now. So a big problem I see is that guys, when they go out, they're already putting a lot of pressure on themselves to do this the right way. The very fact that they've been studying all of these confidence videos, PUA videos, motivation videos, actually creates more pressure to perform. And I'm here to tell you there is a simpler way. There is a way that bypasses all of that so that when you do go out, you can have just one simple single focus, which makes this simple. Which makes it so easy, where you don't have to negotiate with yourself all the time, argue with yourself, like, shall I approach, shall I not approach, oh, she's with those guys, I shouldn't approach those people. You'll be no longer in your head all the time trying to filter everything, whether it's going to be dangerous or not, whether it's going to work or not, constantly calculating whether it's worth it or not. All of that shit drops away and you go out and you can just meet whoever you want and you can just start taking opportunities. So the issue isn't the approach itself, it's the consequences of that. It's the what happens after. It's what it means. It's not the action itself. This is so key to understand. It's the consequences. It's the outcome. It's not the thing itself. The thing itself is simple. It's the raw reality of just speaking to somebody. Or if you're going to the gym, it's just the going to the gym. All of the anxiety is coming from all of this extra stuff that you're adding. Like, will I be judged? What will people think? Can I lift as much as I used to be able to lift? Is there some sort of standard that I could live up to so I feel better about myself? All of that extra pressure makes it so much harder to go. The thing itself, the raw reality, is what's real. That's all you need to focus on. That's the one single thought. Whereas all of this extra thought, the single thought is the action itself, right? So the action itself becomes the outcome. But the outcomes, all of the outcomes that you're adding, will it work? Will I look good? Will I look stupid? How do I not look stupid? How do I not look creepy? All of that stuff, that extra baggage, is what's making this harder. The thing itself isn't the problem. The thing itself isn't creating the anxiety. It's the outcome of the thing itself. Speaking to people that you don't know. All of the extra shit that you're adding, that's what's creating the anxiety. It's the consequences of the outcome. So then you'll hear that and I know what you'll say, right? I know what you're going to think. I know what you're thinking right now. It's like, okay, well, Joe, fine. So I still have anxiety when I go out. How do I overcome that? So here's the thing. You're still going to have the anxiety. You're not going to get rid of it. This is so crucial to understand. You just focus on the thing that you're going to do. That's not going to generate anxiety. Like I said, it's all of the other thoughts. You have to come back to the action itself. So if you're able to hold that one single thought for a prolonged period of time, then you're more likely to do the thing. What's the thing that you need to do? Speak to somebody. The raw reality is just speaking to somebody else. All of that extra shit, that's what's being added. You just pay attention to it. So it's like, okay, I'm speaking to someone. Oh, there's the thought. There's the extra thought. Oh, maybe I'm being judged. Maybe I'm not good enough for her. Maybe I'm looking creepy, blah, blah, blah. You just notice that. And you train yourself to notice that, but you stay on the action. Because those thoughts are going to come. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. Trying to get rid of the thoughts by saying, no, you're wrong. I am good enough for her. I am confident. I am strong. Whatever it is. If you're negotiating, that's just more thoughts. That's going back into the loop. So the key is you stay focused on the action itself. The outcome is the action itself. If you're focused on getting results, if that's just how you want to, like, if that's what you think is going to motivate you, you won't really get there. Sometimes you'll get there, sometimes you won't. But this is the way that you stay focused, because everything else is going to put you in your head. You're going to lose motivation, and you're going to go home and you're going to wonder why this is so difficult, because all of that extra stuff is what's convincing you that you shouldn't do it. The thought, the action itself isn't going to convince you that you shouldn't do it. It's all of the consequences of doing it. Another example of this is if you send your friend a text message, or a girl you meet a text message, and she doesn't reply for like 5 days. The raw reality is simple. You sent a text message. That's the raw reality. All of the extra crap that your mind adds, she's ignoring you, maybe you did something wrong, maybe you're not good enough for her. All of that stuff is interpretation. That's all of the mind. It's not the raw reality. It's not the objective raw reality of what's true. What's true is you sent a text message. That's all that's happened. Even the fact that you're saying, oh, maybe she's just busy. Like, I'm not saying replace it with positive thoughts either, because that's still more negotiation. That's still more arguing with yourself. What you're doing is you're simply seeing the fact that you're adding this extra shit. When you start to notice that, you're more likely just to stay on the objective reality of the fact that all you did was send a text message. That's it. Nothing else needs to be added. The very fact that you're noticing that is strengthening the thalamus. It's strengthening this ability to have this perceptual. You're strengthening your perceptual capability. If you want, after this, it's like, okay, what do I do then? What do I do? It's like you don't do anything. You just notice it. You'll start to notice it more. You'll separate the raw reality, there's a person I want to speak to, with all of the extra crap that you're adding. And you just get better at seeing it. That's it. Rest of it just falls away, and then just going to speak to people become a lot easier, because you're not adding all of this extra bollocks that's making this harder. That blockage that I was talking about earlier will just go. You'll be so much more motivated to go and do the thing that you wanted to do in the first place, because the pressure and the outcome will no longer be so heavy. You'll just see it, and when you see it, it takes the sting out of it. I really hope that helps. If you like this kind of content and you want to go deeper on this, we have weekly calls. So go to the link below, check it out, and see you in the next video. Like, subscribe to the channel, comment below if you disagree with me, comment below if you like this content, like, subscribe. And if you really enjoyed this, go to this video here next. Goodbye.